Cool. So we're going to be touching on the real reason that your brand is not scaling, and sort of what I want to do in this video is bring to your attention a few ideas that can really be a game changer in getting your e-commerce business, getting your DTC business to the next level, right? So the first topic that I sort of want to touch on is brand obsessed versus customer obsessed, right? And this one might hurt some of you. Now, the real reason that you are not where you want to be is because you are not focused enough on your customers, right? You are so obsessed with the nitty gritty of your brand, and that ultimately affects the results that you're currently getting, right? In simple terms, you're too focused with the nitty gritty of the brand instead of focusing on your customers, right? Your customers are the sole needle mover, right? You're too focused on stuff like brand guidelines, right? You want everything perfect, logos, images, ad copy, right? But you're not giving the customers what they want. The markets have changed, and customers know more than you think, right? They're well aware of their problems, their needs, their wants, their desires. Customers do not want to be sold. They don't want to feel like they're purchasing from another brand, right? You need to humanize everything that you do, and you need to stop obsessing over what makes you happy, right? And shift that focus to what truly matters, right? Which is your customers. Your customers do not care where your logo is placed in your ads, whether the PNG you used looked a little bit off, whether the colors in your logo do not match the correct hex codes, right? They don't care about your 10-minute life story. They don't care that the colors don't match in your brand scheme. They don't care about the 100 iterations you made to your ad before you went live, right? They don't care that your ad copy is too informal or that you've misspelled the word. They only care how to solve and how you solve their problem, right? So become obsessed with your customer behavior, not just the version that you have in your head, the version that is data backed, the version that is human, right? The mom who has kids at home, the dad who wants to see his kids happy. Go deep, right? Now, the next thing that I want to touch on, and it's a super simple concept that is probably holding most of you back, and that is the fact that you are your own bottleneck, right? Everything that I've mentioned is limitations that you have imposed, not just on yourself, but your brand, right? Your customers, your employees, all of that. You're so focused on creating the perfect brand that you forget that there's no such thing as perfect, right? And there's sort of the little illustration of how you currently being your own bottleneck, right? Your ideas, your self-imposed beliefs, right, is currently holding you back from scaling your business, right? You'll never satisfy every customer. The reason that you're not where you want to be is because you do not, want to level yourself up, right? You are holding on to these limiting beliefs, right? And they are essentially holding your success back. On the other side of this obsession is where you unlock great marketing, right? So be open to new ideas, right? Be open to new trends. Oftentimes you think that the trends that are trending on social media, the trends that your team wants to implement might not work well with your audience, right? But you forget that it's these exact same trends that your demographic are watching at 2 a.m. in the morning, right? It's those silly trends that might not always convert. They might convert your eyeballs into customers, but the most important thing is that it's generating the attention that you need to eventually convert them into customers, right? And the next topic that I sort of want to touch on is what I call the D.E.A disaster, right? And it's essentially the delegation, elimination, and automation disaster. So oftentimes you as the founder of your business, either you're working on your own or you have a few staff that are helping you out, but the problem that you have is that you want to be in control of everything. And what you'll notice so far is that all three of these ideas that I've outlined is essentially comb into one another. And it sort of looks like this: you're either delegating the wrong things or not delegating enough tasks, right? Delegate the tasks that you've been holding off. Delegate the things that you don't need to be doing. because there is always someone who can do it better than you, right? This will give you the mental clarity to focus on what matters. Delegate the tasks that you lack the skills for, right? Because there's always someone out there who can do it better. Don't let your ego hold you back, right? Remember that ego is the enemy. Next is that you're either doing too much and simply need to eliminate, right? Not just the tasks at hand, but all the 100 offers that you want to test. So oftentimes we'll have clients that want to work with us, and we have a look through the ad account and we try to figure out what is their kind of strategy. And the simple fact is that there is no strategy in place, right? They're all over the place. They want to do 5 giveaways for the month. They want to run ads to 100 different product pages, right? They want to test out 100 different landing pages, right? When ultimately what moves the needle is hyper focusing on one thing at a time, right? Testing out 100 ad platforms is not going to get you to that next level, right? You first need to go deep before you go wide, right? So automate the tasks that can be automated, automate the tasks that you lack the skills for, let go, right? Let go of what you can, right? Let go of the things that you don't need to be doing, and you will see how your business starts to grow. So hopefully this gives you an idea of some of the things that are, could be holding you back, and that you need to start leveraging to get you to that next level. That said, hope you found some value in this video, and thanks for watching, and hope you have a lovely day further.